Okay, it is Friday, and what does that mean? It means my favorite way, and hopefully your favorite way, to get to know your Atlas recruiter, the often imitated, never duplicated, Atlas MedStaff 5-Question Friday. With me this week, recruiter Brad McDonald.
How we doing?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Fresh out of, okay, we didn't necessarily surprise him, but fresh out of a workout here. You just went running, so.
Yeah, so still sweating after the shower, so don't worry, this is not sweat. This is, well, it is sweat, but
it is.
You know, post-shower sweat, so don't
I
worry.
would have said, like, I've been working so hard here at my
that
desk.
too.
I'm just sweating.
Yeah, all the calls, it's just making me perspirate.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, question number 1. Tell me who Brad McDonald is.
Brad McDonald is someone that loves people in general. I mean, as you guys know, I started out as a travel nurse before I got into this position. And my favorite part of this job and the previous job is meeting people. So I would say I'm a people person that loves sports and bourbon.
People, sports, bourbon. In that order? Is it in that order?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I would say that order is correct.
Hey, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Let's talk about your nursing career a little bit. So you are a nurse. You were a travel nurse. You were a travel nurse for us here at Atlas. Is that right?
For 4.5 years with Atlas.
There we go. So if you could give one piece of advice or information to nurses that talk to you now, what would that be?
I would say, as far as like advice for traveling, go outside of your comfort zone. Because the thing is, the best part about travel nursing, again, is meeting the people. Like, sure, everyone's looking at pay and certain locations, but my first assignment I took in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Never thought I'd ever go there. I had the time of my life. I have people that I still talk to on a regular basis, 5 years later, and just take the risk, go out there, meet people.
That's a fairly common answer, but man, that has got to be difficult to do. That has to be a difficult step to take.
The first time was definitely hard. I had spent my entire life in Iowa outside of studying abroad for a few months when I went to college the first time. And so taking that leap is something that I always wanted to do, but doing it is one thing, saying it's another.
Gotcha. Question number 3, this is gonna be a fun one.
Okay. All
right, question number 3, your Atlas bio says, you want to perform stand-up comedy.
Yes, sir.
All right, give me a joke. You wanna do one? You got something?
No, so I get that a lot when I tell people. They're like, okay, well, tell me a joke. That's the thing, stand-up comedy isn't jokes, it's stories
Well, you got
that
a bit?
are funny.
I mean, you have a bit, right? I mean,
Probably nothing I want to say in front of these cameras.
Well, okay, here's the thing though. You're a nurse.
Yeah.
We know a lot of our nurses don't have a filter.
This is correct.
I think anything goes. Or maybe this is a phone call that you could have with maybe later, I don't know.
Yeah, no, totally. Like I said, most of them, I would almost feel uncomfortable saying it around my coworkers. I'm not gonna lie, because there is a moniker of professionalism you have to do at work and when I'm talking to my nurses on the phone. When I get out there though, go ahead and watch the videos, but I don't think I'm gonna say that at work.
Awesome. See, I've worked with nurses for 18 years. And you were ER, is that right?
Correct.
See, ER nurses were my favorite because, and I say that, look, I love, you all are awesome, but ER nurses were my favorite. One, because you got to be able to handle anything like that, right?
Wipe down.
Just like that.
Sweat
especially
still.
after you work out. You got to be able to handle anything like that. But man, the filter on ER nurses just didn't exist. And some of the best stories I'd ever heard came from ER nurses.
What you found where,
Exactly.
Well, it's the number one story that everyone wants to know in the ER.
Yeah. Anyway.
See, I only went that far. The jokes go way further than that.
Absolutely.
So this is why I don't.
Yeah. Okay, question number 4. Who or what inspires you?
I hate to keep coming back to the same answer, but meeting new people. Like, honestly, it's my favorite part of every single day. The reason why I took a little longer to go on the run is because I was on an awesome phone call with a new nurse I was chatting with, and we were on the phone for over an hour. I planned on leaving at noon for my run, and I come back and you guys are getting all set up, and I was like, don't worry, I'm really out of shape, so this won't take me long. So, ran really quick and came back, but yeah, that's what inspires me. And my favorite thing is taking on new travel nurses that haven't done it before, because I can speak to both sides of everything. And all the questions they have, everything, I love answering them, and I love getting other people outside of their comfort zone as well. Good example, yesterday I had a friend She teaches yoga here in town. She's like, come to a hot yoga class with me. Never done that before. I was clearly the odd man out in the room. By about, let's see, an hour-long class, about 35 minutes in, I'm half the time in child's pose. I'm like, no, you guys keep going. I'm just gonna stay right here. This is where I'm comfortable. Because I'm not gonna lie, that hot yoga about made me pass out after 45 minutes.
But you did it.
Yeah.
But you did it. See, and that's, I'd be like, no, I gotta go home and wash the laundry or something. I don't know. I gotta make up an excuse why I can't
Well,
go.
you know, now that I don't do the travel nursing part, I don't have times where I get outside of my comfort zone as much as I used to and realize how much I missed it. So when she asked, I'm like, I'm gonna look like an idiot, but I'm in.
I'm sure you did just fine, though.
No, I didn't. It was terrible. Yeah. I'm very inflexible.
Can we get video of that, maybe? Is that
Ooh,
possible? No? Okay.
actually, I think they were live streaming it, so you'd have to talk to the studio.
Question number 5, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I've never been to Europe, and honestly, I'm kind of fly by the seat of my pants type of person, so if I'd go to Europe, I'd just go there. And then you talk to the locals, ask them where to go next. It's so close, you bounce all around. I have a trip next year planned to go there, so that was definitely a bucket list thing. Yeah.
Man, we would not get along because I gotta have a schedule, man. I gotta know where I'm going, when I'm going,
Yep.
what I'm doing, when I'm coming back.
ER nurse, man.
Yeah, no, you're
You
right.
can't plan for
you're
it.
100% right.
Yep, mhm.
That's totally true. So, Brad, thank you so
Yes,
much.
of course. Thanks,
so
Rich.
I'm so happy to have you with us. Give me the, keep this timeless, month and year that you started recruiting for us here at Atlas. 4 years travel nurse, recruiting with us month and year.
June of this year.
Of 2022.
2022.
Okay,
Yep.
so at the time of recording, what does that mean? That means he has time. So we'll put all of his contact information right down here. If you want to talk to another ER nurse that has done what you've done and stepped out of his comfort zone to do those kinds of things, I had probably 10 questions here. There's a whole world that you've lived outside of travel nursing, just as part of the lifestyle of travel nursing that we could have talked about, that you could talk to him about. So there you go.
Hit me up.
There you go. We'll see you next week.